The city of Denver switched to VIO this summer, backing it as a safer, more accountable scooter system. However, some of the promises the company made are off to a slow start. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. VIO's first quarterly report is out, and it gives us our first real look at how the new system is actually working. 9 News reporter Ria Jha joins us after digging into those numbers. Ria?
Yeah, so VIO's contract requires them to submit a quarterly report to the city, and that was due on July 15th. We got those numbers yesterday, so I spoke with the city council member about what those numbers are showing about VIO's operations within the city and if they're holding up their end of the contract. Built into VIO's contract with the city of Denver, a mandatory report card on how the new scooter company is actually working.
We have to know if the vendor is actually following their rights and responsibilities.
City Council member Chris Hines said one of VIO's biggest selling points before taking over May 1st was a commitment to safer streets.
The goal of this new contract and the legislation was to make sure that the vendor enforced sidewalk writing.
The quarterly report obtained by 9 News shows nearly 339,000 detections in just 46 days. That means more than 7,300 per day. Dottie clarified the number also includes permitted sidewalk activity. But Hines says either way, VIO isn't holding up its end of the deal.
So if it's 1,700 or 7,000, it's greater than zero. Our sidewalks were never designed for anything moving at 15 miles an hour. And our laws are specifically designed to keep that from happening.
Another big promise was making sure low-income riders didn't get left behind. Lime says it had more than 17,000 users on its Access program last year. VIO's new report shows far fewer, about 8,100 verified Access users as of June 30th.
We want to make sure that anyone who qualifies for Access with VIO actually gets access with VIO.
For Hines, the question now is whether the city can work with VIO without losing the distance it needs to hold the company accountable.
We want a micromobility program where people behave the way they're supposed to according to the rights, responsibilities, and laws that we have here in our city.
I requested this report about a month ago when it was due, and I only got it from Dottie yesterday. VIO is now saying that these delays are because their system originally put in the wrong numbers into the report without reviewing those actual numbers. So they've spent the last month trying to correct that data. So next month's quarterly report should actually give us a little bit more insight as to what these numbers are showing and whether they are improving. Reporting live in Denver, Ria Jha, 9 News.
Got to track them because it's a change and they make promises. Every new company that comes in says, oh, we're going to do this better.
Right. And it was a whole process that went through City Council, so it is important to track that data.
All right. Thanks, Ria.
The group that runs the Aurora ice facility just won in federal court against the state of Colorado. Federal judge ruled today part of Colorado's new state law allowing for unannounced health and safety inspections cannot take effect just yet. It would allow the state to fine the GEO group if it refuses access for inspections. GEO sued Colorado because of this new law. The judge issued a temporary pause lasting until mid-October when GEO's contract to run the Aurora ice facility runs out.
The Blue River runs through Breckenridge, but right now it's run dry. It's no surprise. All of Summit County is either extreme or an exceptional drought situation. That's according to the latest drought monitor data released today. The good news, all the rain we got within the last week or so helped the drought improve just a little bit through northeastern Colorado and including Denver.
Chief Weather Impact Team meteorologist Kathy Sabin joins us now. And Kathy, we've sort of been playing this dance for the better part of 2 months now. Really hot days, some relief. So the question now is, when are we going to get some relief for this stretch?
The monsoon is coming back late in the weekend into next week, so there's a chance of showers, heavy showers possible on multiple days. Today, we're talking about the heat. It's sunny, it's warm, it's dry, with temperatures in the mid-90s. We're all focused on the Broncos game tomorrow night. Of course we are. It will be a dry and warm evening with a kickoff temperature at 7 o'clock of 91 degrees. Hoping for a winning forecast there. Temperatures have come up a few degrees today, but tomorrow will be the warmest day of the week. We're now 92 in Denver. Denver, 97 in Lamar, and 95 in Grand Junction. Tracking the wind, not a big player this afternoon, but that tends to dry out the atmosphere and we get those concerns for fire and fire weather. We're tracking showers and storms, some of which have turned severe in and around Pueblo. Severe thunderstorm warning just canceled out there, but we continue with a flash flood warning outside of Florence for a storm that's dropped 2 inches of rain in less than an hour's time. Watching the burn scar areas as these showers move through today. And in Denver, very little chance for rain over the next 48 hours, but the pattern flips in the second half of the weekend and into the first part of next week. So a very mild evening, a dry evening for us, but coming up, a cooler weather trend and chance for rain. I'll have that with your extended forecast in just a bit.
Kathy, thank you. A new fire substation at the Sage Ridge campus in Watkins will offer more support for parts of Arapahoe and Adams County. It's being built as part of a partnership between the Department of Local Affairs, which runs Sage Ridge, and Sable Altura Fire Rescue, which will run the fire station. The station will offer Sage Ridge residents training if they're interested in helping respond to emergencies.
The more people that have the education, we're just safer communities with people that feel confident in skills and that they have the ability to act in an emergency. That certainly saves lives.
Construction on the new station will start, we're told, in a couple of weeks.
A piece of history in northern Colorado is coming down today. Greeley is demolishing its longtime city hall along with several nearby buildings to make way for a new downtown civic campus. 9 News Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert was there as the demolition began.
Yeah, this isn't something we see all the time. Demolition of the former City Hall building started just after 8 this morning.
Greeley says this iconic circular building was once a bank before becoming City Hall in 1987. It closed earlier this year and city services have since moved to a temporary location about a block away. Greeley says there were concerns about the building's structural integrity. Now it's coming down, and several nearby office buildings, along with the Greeley United Methodist Church, have already been removed. We spoke to people who came out to watch the teardown.
It's cool to get to see it. It's a sad end of an era, but you know, Greeley's growing, and with growth comes change, so.
And again, all of this is to make way for the new downtown civic campus. Greeley says that will have city, county, and school district offices. There's also plans for new parking spaces and private development.
And demolition of that old City Hall building is expected to last into next week. I'm told some of the larger, bigger pieces should be removed on Wednesday, weather permitting. Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
Amanda, thank you. The city of Denver has been named a finalist to host the 2028 Democratic National Convention. It's up against 2 East Coast cities on the short list, Boston and Philadelphia. The final decision is expected later this year. The DNC was last held in Denver, you'll remember, back in 2008 when Barack Obama accepted the Democratic nomination. Republicans have already chosen Houston for their 2028 convention.